don't look at that. Whoops. Hello, folks. Technical issues straight off the bat. Yeah! I'm glad you're all here, folks, and enjoying all that. You got to see something. I'll have to edit that out. Don't look. Yeah, it's okay. It's not inappropriate. It's just had menus and stuff like that. So go, nah, you don't need to see that because we're professionals here. Professionals. Welcome to Wobbly Player Syndrome, episode 89, the professional edition. Fuck.
We may get
what am I doing here then?
It is episode 89. It is a 40k podcast. It is called He's Back from the Warp and He's Brought Snacks. Thanks, ChatGPT, for that interesting episode title. But yeah, it will make sense. I know it will. We have Mark here.
Hey, everybody.
We've got Radio Mike.
Hey, hey.
And we have Adam.
Good evening, everyone.
And we've got me, Greg. Welcome to people viewing us for the first time on Kick. We'll see what happens with that. It's a thing.
Every time I hear that, I think you're talking about the Formula One team.
No, that's far too professional for us. Yes.
Yeah, and too bright green.
Yeah, I like bright green. Hang on, Salamanders for the win. So it's been a long time since between episodes. Hope everyone's been well. What, 2 weeks?
It's been years.
Years. That June episode, oh my god, I barely remember it. Woo!
There are some. Oh well, when it comes to model releases, it really has been a week where years happen.
Yeah. What? But we are going to be talking about. I did put it out to vote, and the votes came back in. People want to talk about who's next from the returning Primarchs. There's some obvious ones that are expected, and then there's some outside chances that might turn up later. You know, like Ferris just turns up in a head in a jar. He'll be fine.
Yeah, or Sanguinius.
Well,
I do think Ferris showing up and leading the Legion of the Damned would be fucking sick.
that would be very cool.
That would be pretty sick.
Yeah. We'd play
Second
that one.
only to him showing up as like a Futurama style Dreadnought with like the head in the plastic jar on top of it.
Yeah.
And a little cherub putting fish food in.
It'd be great. Cool. So that's what we're going to talk about. Who do we think's coming out? Anyway, the Space Wolves just had their big launch, so there are expectations on that might be the next one, but I'm not convinced. We'll see what happens. We'll get to that conversation soon. But first, if anyone knows Ren and Stimpy, what's the next line? First, I gotta take a whiz. No one? Okay, fine.
I have not watched Ren and Stimpy in so long.
Come on.
Yeah, it's been like 30 years.
That's the reason. Don't whiz on the electric fence. Don't whiz on the electric fence.
I do remember the jingle, but that's probably the only thing I remember of Ren and Stimpy.
The fact that children are allowed to watch
Ren and
that.
Stimpy had belly button.
Yeah.
Belly button fluff
Right.
or whatever it was.
I had to make my son watch Life of Brian to explain a joke I made today.
Nice. Well, it is fun watching some old movies with the kids, and that's here one of the quotes I say all the time. They just look at me and said, "What, you thought I was original?" Out. Yeah. But anyway, let's talk about 40k. In fact, let's talk about the new releases that's happened in the last fortnight. Take it over. Take it away, Radio Mike.
All right. Done.
All right, that was good. Well, how about instead of we talking about the actual releases, because there were none in the last fortnight, let's talk about the preview that came out on the weekend.
It was a lot of teasing done.
Yes. Votan players, I'm sure there's some out there, will be very happy.
I was expecting that we would get some more Votan stuff because we fucking desperately needed more Votan stuff. But even I was surprised by how much Votan stuff I saw.
Basically, it's their other half of the army.
Well, yeah, there's barely a fucking army there currently.
Yeah.
And we need a whole bunch of shit. And they are looking to release a whole bunch of shit. I especially like Fuckwit, Bertie Angerson. Who appears to be canonically one of the guys who survived from the second edition that they were all eaten by Tyranids.
Yeah,
Apocalypse.
the thrice eaten
That's pretty
guy.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, and the only thing left of him is his left eye or whatever.
Yeah, he appears to have like a left arm that appears to be fleshy mostly.
Yeah. The new
But
model.
yes, someone has very heavily snacked upon him.
Yeah, 3 times apparently
So-
crawled back out.
So he
Yeah.
wears them as a hat.
Yes. Because he
As
feels
you
more
do.
comfortable that way. Yes.
And then we get like mad scientists with guns. And then we get some kind of just as planned looking motherfucker thinking about strategy. And then we get the tall boys.
Yeah, what's that? Just because
I-
they needed to get some height? Sounds very
I
heightist.
think they were like, you know what we need? We need someone who can like smash someone's face in. Because they appear to be basically like fucking heavy intercessors. They can
Yeah.
either be punchy like aggressors, or they can be gunny like heavy intercessors. So
Yeah.
that seems to be the kind of niche they're doing from the look of it.
It was weird.
And then we get like more Chthonians with the mortars, which looks really cool.
But they're not mortars.
I like-
They go underground.
Yeah, they're mole mortars,
Mole mortars,
which is
yeah.
a classic squat 2nd edition gun.
How good
I
is
made
that?
a mole mortar for my Imperial Guard out of leftover fighter jet parts and a toilet roll.
Seems legit.
Totally legit, bro. So I'm stoked to see more mole mortars. And then we get more vehicles, which is cool. Like the
Yeah,
weird little,
the little
bike
buggy.
thing. Although I am less than enthused at another one of those little grav vehicles that's going to be tethered by a single point. I have had multiple of my fucking Votan jet bike things snap off their base because the whole model is connected by a single point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Votan got some love, which is nice. I've already seen
Yes.
a lot of World Eater players going, "Where's the rest of our army?" I'm expecting the Emperor's Children to probably do the same, but anyway, just hold.
Well, I mean, you know, it took us an edition to get the rest of our army, so
Yeah,
they
cool,
can
an
talk to
army.
us next edition.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But there was some other stuff, some very good, exciting stuff for the other Space Marine, the founding chapters. I was very excited to see Vulcan Hestan new model. That looks very nice. Primarch sized, not fucking resin.
I did like one description I saw where a new guy was asking, why is Vulcan so small? Shouldn't he be Primarch sized? And the one guy's response was, oh no, the one who's Primarch sized is Vulcan. This one, he's Stan.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I was like, that's great.
Yeah, yeah. But Imperial Fist got one as well.
Yes, it's no longer a resin model.
Yeah. But even more exciting, White Scars not only got a new captain, but a captain on bike. A chunky bike, a grav bike, but a captain on bike.
It is fucking weird though that they're getting a captain of the 5th company on a jet bike, whereas their Khan is a foot slogger. That's so weird.
Yeah, well, I expect the Codex will probably have captain on bike.
There's
And that
been
will
some
make them
embezzlement.
different. That will make their
Yeah.
Codex different. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just like when I saw that model, I assumed it was going to be a new model for Kosoro,
Yeah.
because the chapter master not getting the jet bike is weird.
Yes.
But that's what they've done.
That's what they've done.
But it's a cool fucking model.
It's a big chunky bike. And what was the other one? Oh, yeah, a new...
There's a new Iron Hand who has a cool Tetsubo.
Ah, yes. Oh, there was 5, wasn't it? Because also the Raven Guard got one as well.
Yeah, we got
one.
Got a new Raven Guard.
Replacement for Shrike. Because
Yeah,
Shrike
Shrike
quit.
is Shrike dead?
No, he quit and went off and did his own thing. Because a lot of people asked the same thing. Apparently, he quit his role and has gone off to do some private work doing something. I went, okay,
I mean,
you can do that?
Who does he think he is? The Pope? I didn't think you could quit being chapter master.
I know, right? You just go, nah, yeah, someone else do it. I got to go do my own thing.
Fucking what is this gap year bullshit with people leading these legions? Has he gone off to find Dad? He's
Yeah, that's
also
it.
gone to get cigarettes from the corner store, and he's like, while I'm there, maybe I'll find Dad.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then behind him, there's this giant shape sitting in a tree going, caw, caw.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, so yeah, that's the reason why they have a new chapter master, because the first one decided, nah, I'm
He-
gonna go
he
open up a
said-
fruit store.
He said, and I quote, "The Raven Guard required a more balanced exemplar of their shadowy Primarch's teachings." And I'm like,
same. He even stole his hair. Guy had a hair transplant from Caveman Shrike. He's got the emo fucking hair going on. Boy looks like the same guy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I thought. Oh, they just updated the model, but no, it's a different character. Anyway,
Yeah,
it looks amazing. It does look amazing.
His name even starts with sh.
Yeah.
That's how you can tell, because they're quiet. Shh.
Yeah, I just want to point out Vulcan does not need a tactical rock to stand on, unlike some others. He just walks through fire.
He is a tactical rock.
Yeah.
His cloak is covered in tactical rock.
Yes.
Yeah, so he does. I love the tactical rock. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get it why everyone needs to have a tactical rock. Yeah.
I don't know, man. You should try getting into Heresy sometime. Like when I was during first edition of Heresy, it's like I was like looking at my models and I'm like 90% of my characters have a rock.
Yeah, it
was bizarre.
It's a bit odd, but there we go. Cool. So that was the preview. There was some other stuff for some other games. Like Heresy did some stuff. AOS.
Sure
there was Chaos Dwarves for Age of Sigma, not Old World. Age of Sigma.
Yeah,
that was a surprise.
when I saw that there were Chaos Dwarves, I was like, yes, Old World Chaos Dwarves. And then it was AOS, not Chaos Dwarves, and I was like, oh, okay, that's still pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Like they look like cool models.
They do.
I was just kind of hoping that they would be the Chaos Dwarves.
Yeah, they don't have the silliness that the Old World would have had, but yeah.
Oh yeah, they've made them a bit more. It's like how they made the orcs a bit
make them more serious.
Angrier.
No, rude.
Yeah, it's a bit more intense.
Yeah, but that big bull minotaur thing, I went, oh man, that would be an awesome demon prince for World Eaters. That's the first thing I saw. Subtle hint, Adam. You need more, I'm sure. All right, so that's
just
that.
one or two.
Yeah. So no new stuff. Templars and Grey Knights did go up for pre-order on the weekend, so that was under the radar.
This weekend coming, yes.
Yeah. So it's a bit on. I knew that we all knew like they were coming. They've been talking about them a lot, but I just didn't realize the date was so here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually expecting any new Templar models. I mean, there's only two
Just
of
the
them,
one.
but that's
Oh,
better
two,
than I was
that's right.
expecting.
Yeah, and they're running out of names for models. That second one,
They're always running out of names.
The
We have
Castrator?
multiple
What's
things
this called?
already. Execrator.
yeah, not castrator, hexacrator. Yeah,
Yeah, the Execrator. That's
Yeah.
fucking what?
yeah, he's up. That's up there with Ruinator. I'm sorry, that's just they're running out. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, we're gonna get a new Nurgle Herald who's gonna be just called a shit cunt.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't know if you can
sounds fair.
print that on a box.
Oh yeah.
Just be
I'll
dollar
just put
sign
extra
at.
N's in it.
Use
It'll
an
be spelled like-
umlaut.
Yeah, and it's spelled
Yeah, it'll be
CH.
spelled SHIET Shit cunt.
It'd be fine. It'd be part of the Black Ravens. That shh. Anyway,
Yeah, he's the new chapter master because he more exemplifies their
it's shadowy. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
exactly.
he'll just be this big Nurgle prick with this fucking shock of hair off the side of his head.
I love it.
Because he will inherit the mantle of chapter master, and by mantle they mean the hairpiece.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Oh, what is
It's
that
just a
called?
wig they pass down.
Yeah, it's the hereditary wig worn once by our Primarch himself.
No, it's like the Primarch himself acknowledged that it existed.
Oh, brilliant. All right, let's move on because this silly talk about hair. You never know. He might be coming back. Yeah, we don't know. All right, let's get on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do too. But let's not spoil it for others who don't know. Let's talk about hobby progress. What have you done in the last fortnight, Adam?
Nothing.
I don't know. Which ones are you going to give me?
You only
Did you
gave me
put my
one.
Poxwalks? Oh, my Poxwalkers didn't make a run.
Again.
So
yeah.
I did, yes, again. So on the weekend, I sat down and glued Logan Grimgar, whatever his name is,
Grimnar.
and his two wolves.
Logan Grimnar. Yeah.
Yep. And his two wolves. It's actually quite a good model. And
Yeah,
yes,
the new model
he
looks
has
cool.
and he has his tactical rock.
Right?
And his corn axe.
Yes, and the axe is so detailed.
Still waiting for that motherfucker to become a bad guy.
You need to give him the right hairpiece.
It looks like he's migrating that way.
The latest book that he's in, he spends half of it being unreasonably angry for no good reason and having to be calmed down. whilst fingering his axe constantly. Fingering the axe that he stole from a corn berserker.
Yeah.
Shortly before, he decided to build a throne of skulls to praise the Emperor.
And I'm guessing he's going to go hang out with his new best mate, Khan.
Apparently, I reckon, surely, he's clearly on a villain arc.
Yeah, interesting. That'd be nice to see those things that happen.
He's just misunderstood.
Alright, misunderstood. I've done stuff. Words. I'm painting a Ruinator at the moment, yes. And I am showing off where I am at so far. It's all in piece. I am starting to assemble it now. I'm working on the base next, but I've tried something different with this
dig
gun.
out the base so that you can put water in it.
I did.
That looks painful to do.
I've got a Dremel, and yes. It's still frustrating with the Dremel. It's pretty slow.
Oof.
But I've done it with...
you had to put a fake base on under the plastic base.
Yeah,
so
the old Woolies bags, that black thing in the old material Woolies bags.
Oh yeah, the plastic bit at the bottom of the old ones.
Yeah, perfect.
Nice.
With a bit of green stuff around the edges to seal it in. Yeah, and that's how it gets done. You can watch the process of the entire night on my threads. I'm doing it step by step, including the paints I'm using because somebody asked me to. So fine.
What's a threads?
Yeah, it's like Instagram, but threads.
Cool.
Yeah, that's the best I can tell you, yeah, that's all I got for you. But that's what I've been doing. I've been working on that. I was hoping to get it done before the weekend, but it didn't happen because life. All right.
And I thank you for not getting it done.
We have some halflings on the screen now.
Yes, I've been continuing the mission of building piles of Blood Bowl stuff. Built like a pile of halflings, a pile of goblins for several teams, and just kind of color testing shit. Trying to get my halflings to a color scheme that I like, because I don't necessarily like the green and yellow stripes of the standard one. So I've got halflings that have got to be painted for my human team, and halflings that got to be painted for the halfling team, and halflings that are going to be painted for the Old World Alliance team, and goblins for the goblin team, and goblins for the orc team, and goblins for the fucking black orc team. So many goblins and halflings.
Sounds fun. That should be easy to paint. They're only half the size.
They're only small.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a bit goblined out at the moment.
Alright, Casa, g'day. Happy Monday to you too. Yeah, so that's hobby progress, unless you have snuck something in, Mark, without telling me.
No.
Yeah, didn't think so. You'll get that
I
one
have
done.
been looking at my Carnifex that's staring at me on the desk
You
currently.
are running out of year to get that one model done.
She'll be right.
Very good. So that's the hobby
Optimism.
progress. Yeah, optimism. That's it. You'll get it done the 20th of December. You'll be fine. You'll be a Christmas gift. A Christmas miracle.
Oh.
Alright, let's talk about battle reports. In the last 2 weeks, I've actually got 3 battle reports. Crazy
Wow.
as it is.
Wow, you've been busy.
I wasn't playing 3 battles. I played 1 battle. And
You've
here it
still been
is.
busy.
Here's a battle. It's a battle I had played against Adam yesterday. We streamed it.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'll talk about it then. It was my Chaos Knights versus Adam's Imperial Fist, which is Space Marines with the Anvil Siege and the Yeller. I can understand now why Chaos Knights are dominating the tournament scenes. They do have a lot more survivability, and they seem their guns, even the abomination. No,
Dominant?
thank you. Their gun was a piece of crap, but now it's not so bad. So, and then put him into combat. He killed a squad of 5 Terminators. Going, what? But you shouldn't be doing that against Terminators.
Yeah, but my rolls didn't help either.
No.
So it doesn't matter.
Now, you can watch the game on YouTube, and you'll see I used all of my ones in the first 2 turns. I used all of them because It was horrible to watch and feel, but then it turned around, and I think we played tag because then Adam got the ones. It was weird because I was 20 points down, going, I'm not getting any secondaries, and then it completely flipped. Went, okay, I'm charging, now I'm shooting, and now I'm stomping, and I can understand why Chaos Knights are pretty scary to face. So it was a win for the Chaos Knights without the Ruinator. But yeah, I used the Lance, the Infernal Lance, which is fun because how many times I fail that and injure myself? Pretty much every time. Yep. And what did I roll when I do D3 model wounds? 3. So, oh, fuck. So, I think I did more damage to myself than you did.
Yes, you did more damage on the big models than what I tinked away.
Yeah.
I think I killed one big model.
Yes, you did, the Rampager, after he took out your aggressors and your repulsor.
And my Warlord
And
and
Warlord.
the rest of my squads.
He did hit hard. Yes.
But my MVP, who's going down in the charter of Imperial Fist, is that lone assault intercessor
Yes.
who
Who charged a
courageously
war dog.
just charged a war dog.
Yeah. His whole squad was wiped out and went, well, fuck it. Let's take it on. Yeah.
And he's now a dreadnought.
The war dog did get down to one wound.
Bayonets.
And then there were 2 other battle reports, but Anthony has not made it, so we'll do it very quickly. He has played his Blood Angels versus a new person to our group, playing Chaos Marines. It was very one-sided. I think it was more of a, welcome to 10th edition, I'm going to stomp on your face. So, unfortunately, it was a one-sided match, but fortunately, we have a new person part of the RLG group, so yay.
Woo.
Yay. It's exciting. And the other match was Eldari versus Sisters. I don't think Anthony wants to talk about this one because I think the score was 100 to 30. Yeah. The Eldari. Yeah.
Chris's Eldari are pretty strong.
Yeah. He just stomped him. So, yeah. We'll move on.
He's the Infernal, the big
Avatar of Cain.
the Avatar of He is despicable. He just
Yeah, I think there's a shot.
annihilates.
There's 3 Wargun. What are they called? Wargun battlesuits?
Yeah, the more game ones. Yeah,
Yeah, versus the Avatar of Cain, and the Cain was still
Aragon
standing.
battlesuits.
yeah. The Paragons one.
Paragon with a P. Paragon ball suits.
Oh, they've
3 of
gotten
them.
a buff. Because I remember using NIDS to kill the Avatar
Avatar's
back in
not
9.
very easy
Nah.
to take down anymore.
The Avatar, yeah, it's not a nice thing to kill,
I
and it comes back.
that's why I was surprised to have actually killed it even back in 9th.
Look, I remember we've all got those stories. I've taken down Terminators with Grotling base, so yeah. That's Snotlings. Do you remember you could have Snotlings in? Yeah, one of those. That was funny. But anyway, moving on. So that is the battle reports. The ladder is pretty tight. A few people have played new games and put their records on, so a few more people have qualified for the Wooden Spoon. So that should be interesting to see how that plays out as well. No, I'm not giving it away.
Prestigious award.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people fight for it. I gotta play at least 3 games to get that spoon.
It's very competitive.
It's strange competitiveness, but yes, it is. So there you go. That is battle reports, home in
points.
progress. I can explain that offline. We all lost
Yes.
points. You, myself, and Anthony lost points because that 1 versus 3 battle was taken out because it
Okay.
threw everything out because the scores were doubled.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. I won't have to explain it offline. I just did it. There you go. Let's go to our 30-second break so we can all get our drinks and ready to talk about the topic that is... he's back from the warp and he brought snacks. Almost forgot. You're welcome, folks. All right, 30 seconds. It's not that long. Don't panic. Here it is.
rickety.
Yes, welcome back from the 30-second break, talking about rickety stuff. It's always good to come back in the appropriate time.
Ah, snotling pump wagons.
I don't even remember it.
Well, rickety is kind of on brand for
Oh, it's
snotlings.
absolutely on brand. They're just a pain in the ass to build because they're fiddly as shit.
Fair enough. I don't remember the model at all, and I'm okay.
It's the new Blood Bowl one, so it's like it's this big
Ah.
blood bowl thingy that you got to try and get onto a 32mm base, which is way smaller than it is. So
Yeah.
it's rickety and bigger than its base.
Cool.
And the best bit about that is that because it's impossible to put it together properly, it's even
I mean,
more
I put mine
rickety.
together properly. They're just a pain in the ass to get all the bits to glue together.
Fair enough. All right, let's talk about the topic we're here for, as opposed to snotling, rickety stuff, Blood Bowl words.
Yeah, who's the next Primarch? The next Primarch is Pump Wagon.
So yes,
the
the episode.
11th Legion's back.
So the episode is called he's back from the warp and he's brought snacks. We are going to talk about what we reckon the next Primarch or Demon Primarch is going to come back to the game of 40k 10th edition, probably 11th edition. There's probably another timeline we might want to talk about as well. Now there are some easy contenders. I think the Space Wolf books just come out. Lehman Russ is not here yet. That's an easy one. There's been a lot of talk about Rogal Dawn. Everybody says it should be Vulcan. Everyone says it should be Vulcan. Don't argue with me.
We have a Vulcan model. They just announced him.
No, that's the guy who stands.
He already came back and then got vaporized.
We've got Jagaton, Khan as well, Corvus. He's hanging around somewhere. Well, MIA around somewhere. And I was reading
Chasing Lorgar.
Sorry? Yeah. Lorgar.
Chasing Lorgar. Benny
Chasing
Hill
Lorgar.
music up in the warp.
Potarabo's still around somewhere, right? And
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's questions whether Sanguinius is actually dead. Apparently part of him's in the warp with the Emperor. So
Part of them is all in the warp.
yeah,
They're all
so
in
there
the
you
warp
go.
somewhere
They're
with
the
Emperor.
contenders. They are the
They all
contenders.
showed up to Perv during the final fight at the end of End in the Death anyway.
Yes, so in chat, please let us know who you think will be the next Primarch to return to the table. Yes,
if we're
look at that.
talking
They've
about
all
bullshit
wrote down
resurrections-
Vulcan. It's crazy.
If we're talking about bullshit resurrections, we could bring back Horus.
Well, how many times has
I mean,
Fabius been
I mean,
trying to clone him, right?
Well, yeah, that's it.
Why not
Okay.
the Alpha Legion one? Alpha and
So Alpha's
I mean, we
maybe
do
dead, but
We
Omega's
have one
still
of
alive.
the two.
Yeah.
Mm.
Was
Well,
it Omegon that... I thought Omegon got killed. I
No,
thought
I
No,
think it was
Alvarius
Alpharius.
got killed,
Yeah.
and Omegon's the one who survived.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he's
Yeah.
already out. We just don't know.
No, he is. You can get whole armies of him.
Yeah, see? Yeah. And they wear blue armor. Pretend they're Ultramarines. So, that's the contenders. I'm just giving some time for people to put in their predictions of who the next one will be. But we'll start with probably the most obvious one to come out, which is, and mainly because the Space Wolves have had their collection revamped, and people are excited for him to come back. He said he wasn't going to come back until basically the end of time, or the day of the wolf, I think was what he said. So basically
when
Ragnarok.
he finds his 13th Legion or something like that.
Which he's already
His
done.
brothers,
They've
yeah.
like the
Yeah, the
13th
13th.
showed up, didn't they, in one of the books
Yeah.
not long
They were
ago?
the Wolfen. That
Well,
was
yeah,
literally the 13th company.
Oh well, no, they all had Wolfen, but the 13th company was all Wolfen, and followed him into the warp. But I thought they came back in one of the recent books. Like a shit ton of them came out of the warp in one of the books. You know, when I say recently, I'm probably talking within the last 10 years.
Yeah, I definitely remember it. And there was a whole big hoo-ha about it. And we thought, Wolf time is upon us. It's got to be Russ next. And then we got Bobby G, and we were like, what the fuck?
But yeah, like, and one of the big reasons why it should be Russ is, other than it should be Russ, is that you know, he has better synergy with the Lion because they fucking hate each other, which is great. It provides personal comedy. He also everyone gets like one of the Emperor's cool toys. He already has one. He has the Emperor's spear. So it should be him because he's already got the cool toy.
So
And there's not that many other weapons out there for them to all show up with. Like, what's Korak's going to come back with? The Emperor's toe guard? Fucking, you know, Rogel Dawn comes back carrying the Emperor's, you know, personal athletic protector.
as long as it's not too heavy, you can carry it with one hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I see your argument. It would be interesting to see if you're saying that, Grimnar is going down the path of maybe he's fingering something he shouldn't be.
Yes, he needs to get his hand off his axe.
Yeah, so maybe that is the wolf returning. The time of the wolf is that Logar is going all bad and evil, so he has to come in and step in.
Logan loses his shit, and then a portal opens behind him, and Russ steps out with a rolled-up newspaper and
That's it.
him on the nose.
That could be it.
He's like, oh. And Logan's got the axe like, "Grr."
Yeah.
Put it down.
Yeah. Then his teeth.
Logan's in the corner fingering the axe extra fast. Get it out of your mouth.
Right, so the wolf is, probably the more likely to turn up is what we're trying to get. I think the reason it does push the story further ahead, because, oh my god, it hasn't moved for how long? The fact that he does not get along with Lionel.
No, he doesn't get along with many of the Primarchs.
He does.
Yeah,
He's the best friend you don't want to have.
Yeah, exactly.
He basically does. Does he get along with any of them?
No.
He's the guy from, if you remember Starship
I think he
Troopers,
liked Horus. He got along with Horus, and that's kind of
That's
it.
a bit of a worry. I see
That's
him
why
as
he got tricked so easily.
the character in Starship Troopers because everybody deserves a friend like me. That's what I feel like he is.
As he explained in the book, not him, but one of the priests was saying, "We are the executors. We're the dogs of the Emperor. We're only unleashed when we have to."
Yeah.
The Dark Angels are standing in the corner of the room, pointing at them and making like wanking noise symbols.
Dark Angels have already got their Primarch. Sit them in the corner. Move on. Come on.
Oh yeah, I know. The Space Wolves are just like, oh, we're the executioners, and we're like, yeah, nah, we just fucking kill people.
Yeah.
The Dark Angels are like the fascist secret police. They just make things disappear.
Yeah, the Dark Angels. Yeah.
Space Wolves just don't care. They just come through and
Space
just clear
Wolves is when you
everything.
want a flashy public execution. When you want it to be gone, you send the First Legion.
So do we think it's going to be a loyalist, given that we've now
Well-
got how many demon Primarchs back?
4 Primarchs are back. 4 demon Primarchs. And then if you want to throw in the other special character for them is that Vashtor, who's trying to be a demon.
I don't think he counts.
No. It's fine. He doesn't have to count. Alright, so good argument for the wolf. Yep.
I don't see him coming in 10th edition. If he does, he'll come in 11th. That's what I can see.
I think
Great
we'll talk
box
about
set, by the way.
Yeah. We'll talk about timelines in a sec. I just want to quickly go through the suspects because, I think you're right with the timelines, but we'll come back to that. So another one that's been a lot of talk is Dawn himself. I don't know why. The most boring one of the lot.
Look, Dawn can be very boring, but the end and the death was really good for Dawn's character. Like, Dawn had basically no fucking characterization.
Yeah.
And then End and the Death showed up and he became way more interesting. So you could do interesting things with Dawn. The problem is he's not very different from Gilliman.
No.
Like, what's he going to do that Gilliman's not already doing? Like,
clap.
Gilliman's like, we need to show up and get our shit together and do logistics. And Dawn's like, cool story, brah. Where can I build a wall? You know, their personalities aren't different enough for it to make a good story.
So his MIA, they've only found his hand, right? That's the story. He's somewhere.
Classically, he's been assumed to be dead.
Yeah.
But I've never believed that.
No, his hand is still moving. It's weird. That's right. Was it Cousin It? No,
They
the
have to
thing.
keep pulling
Yeah.
his hand away from axes.
Speaking of fingering, yeah. So you're right. I don't see his personality be enough to sort of go, look, here's something brand new.
As I said, because I read some of that stuff around when he was fighting with Alfarius, and that really fleshed him out in ways that did differentiate him from a lot of the other Primarchs and stuff. But
Okay,
yeah,
so what would bring him back? Like if say for the wolf coming back, something's bad's going to happen. Say we'll say Grimnar's gone nasty, and he's going to come in and interrupt some stuff. What event could happen that would suddenly, I'm back?
well, I mean, Fulgrim's back.
I mean, you've got with thing is, they need to figure out why Rogaldorn's not here to
Yeah.
begin with, because he's not left on a mission. He
Yeah,
went
it's not like
somewhere
he-
and was presumed to be killed.
Yeah.
He didn't even say I'm going to go get some cigarettes. He just was gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There was an explosion, and they found his hand and nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like several other Primarchs have at least stated, I'm going to the shops to get some cigarettes. I will not be back for some time, and
Yeah.
then left.
Yeah,
Whereas
well, they're
Dawn doesn't even have
chasing
that.
someone through the webway or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Which
they
also
have
makes
goals.
yeah. So that also makes me think that he won't be the next one because of that. There's no. It'd be a real surprise for him to come out of the blue. Surprise! I was alive
Which
all
is
along.
why you half think they might do it, just to be weirdos and put a
Yeah,
twist
'cause-
in.
Because I never would have picked Bobby G coming back. Like
I mean,
that's
that
he
makes
was-
sense.
yeah,
Oh,
he was-
he's
yeah, they knew where he
the
was.
banner bearer.
Yeah.
Like it makes
I
sense.
know, but he was.
He was also one of the most dead.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He was like a minute away from death, essentially.
Yeah.
And then, ta-da! He's back and everything. And so
Yeah, but they
Which
knew where he
didn't know me.
was.
They brought-
Yeah, so
They brought back one of the dead ones instead of one of the known live ones.
nah. What do you want to do that for? Alright, so unlikely. Mainly because we don't know where he is. Would be a complete surprise. Can't really think of a reason why in the current storyline why he would return.
They were pulling down a wall and they found him.
He was attacking
like,
Titans. in
Maybe
the wall.
he will show up if Perturabo comes back. He will
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, motherfuckers! Oh, I heard that nerd's returned."
All right. Vulcan. Last is
Big Volks.
They say killed in action, but he's perpetual. He was killed in an explosion while
V.
fighting the beast. But he's a perpetual, so he can't really die, can he?
Yeah, it's he should theoretically be able to return.
Yeah.
And he is at least he has an interesting story because he's like, he's the liberal. He's the one who's like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be cunts. We should like be good to people. And they're all like,
Yeah.
that's fucking terrible. That's how you get nailed to a tree, pussy. So
Sounds like
he would at
heresy
least
to me.
he would at least provide
Yeah.
an interesting foil to some of the other more fascist characters in the setting.
Yeah.
the thing
so
is
the
that his
law-
motivation for coming back is finding all those doomsday
Well,
weapons
that's-
and stuff.
Well, that's what the Legion's doing. It's trying to find all the weapons, and they have a lot of them already. So there could be the storyline could be, oh shit, we found one. Nobody checked under the rug. Fuck, here it is.
They finish assembling the doomsday weapons, and then Vulcan like comes out of the shadows and like, why the fuck did you put all these in the one room, you dumb?
Yeah. Yeah, so that is,
You
if you're
had
not familiar
one
with
job.
the law is that the Salamanders feel he return when they find all of his artifacts. Vulcan runs around with a couple of them, so there are a few already being recovered. So there is a way for the storyline to move forward. They recover the others, and he goes, "Oh, thanks."
However, they've clearly misidentified this because collecting a cache of shinies to attract him back, clearly for Korax.
Sure, Korax. Yes, very good. Yeah. And as I said, he's a perpetual, so he shouldn't be able to die. We know. I can't think of his
Some
name.
perpetuals have kind of sacrificed their perpetualness to extra kill the thing they're fighting.
Yeah, but he was. Yeah, gosh, he was tortured and burnt to a crisp and everything like that by that guy.
Conrad Kurz.
Thank you. Oh my god, I went blank. And he came back
I'm just
from
like,
that.
what can he not come back to? He got
Yeah.
incinerated by orbital re-entry.
Yeah.
and then he got better.
Yeah, he got better.
You know.
A couple of Panadol, I'm all good. Good to go. Can I please
there
have
was,
some
like,
shorts?
dirt on
It's like literally a story about like them being all like, oh, you know, maybe his fucking ashes rain down on this planet and he'll come back, and he does.
And he's still humble after being
Yeah. Shows
incinerated.
back up, and they're like, "Weren't you supposed to bring milk?" And he's like, "Oh, I forgot."
Yes. Well, I did. It was burnt to a crisp, though.
Yeah, the milk burns
I'm
up
perpetual.
on re-entry.
The milk isn't. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So look, I think there's a good chance that he will. I don't think it'll be next, but I think there's absolutely the possibility
There's
because he's
scope there.
find all the artifacts. He's
he
not
makes
dead.
sense.
He makes sense. Bring some sanity to the universe. Yeah. Unless you're an Eldar child.
Oh, they had it coming.
Yeah. It's coming straight for me. Alright, moving on to the Khan himself. Jagatai. I got that right, didn't I? Yeah.
Yagatai.
He's currently in the webway, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
go into the webway just to like chase baddies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean,
I know the,
conceivably, it could be spat out anywhere in the galaxy, and
Yeah, I know that the fan canon is that he's hanging out with Drakari doing space drugs, hunting things.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with the Khan is the same problem he had back in the Heresy, which he himself complained about, in that he's too mysterious.
Yes,
about
yes.
him. So, you know, he doesn't have a whole lot of motivation
No.
from a story perspective, other than just to show up at a pivotal story moment and be like, "Surprise, motherfuckers!" as he rides a jet bike out of the fucking Drakari portal with a new nose ring and a cool lance.
He's on a
Yeah,
Reva
so the
jet
thing
bike.
is that-
Yeah.
that there's not really a lot holding him in the setting to like he shows up for a battle and then buggers off into the
He was
the webway.
Definitely an outsider, didn't have a lot of influence, he just did his own thing. So, unless it impacts him directly, why would he want to say g'day?
Well, yeah, like, I don't even remember a solid reason for what the fuck he was doing in the webway.
No, no.
Was he just going in there to fuck with the Drakari, or was he
I don't know.
actually?
I think he just
I'm gonna go hunt
pursued-
chaos.
I think it was he was fighting chaos. They ran into webway or whatever, and then and he just chased after.
That was
Yeah.
a house cat.
His house cat.
Yeah, it just kind of very, don't let them run away. We'll just follow them.
Yeah.
Thing.
So, presumed alive, in the webway, maybe taking lots of drugs with the Drakari, and having fun. Wasn't that one of the storylines? He's in one of the arenas of the Drakari,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like
just duking it out. So they keep throwing cultists, not cultists.
okay. So apparently, they were fighting Dark Eldar during the Scouring, and they pursued the Dark Eldar into the webway, and they lost the Khan in the webway
Yeah. Isn't he?
in a
Oh,
very
it's
He
non-specific
turned
way.
left.
fu-
He turned left
So,
when
yeah,
everyone else turned right.
Yeah, GPS wasn't working.
Yeah, I mean, shit was really bad when one of the Eldar Cabalites dropped a little ball full of bells, and he was chased it off into the distance, and no one could catch him.
It's a red laser pointer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think the last thing I read was he's competing in the arenas on Camera. Oh, Camera.
Amora.
Komura,
Kimura,
yeah,
thank you.
Komura.
So he's just
But yeah, that's usually the fan theory is that he's like stuck or he's been imprisoned
Yeah.
in Komura and he's fighting in the pits there
Yeah, like the Hulk
until
in
he can
Ragnarok.
escape.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is doing a Hulk in Ragnarok.
That's it. He just needs to find
either
a work friend.
voluntarily or involuntarily.
Yeah. He's a friend from work. That will save him. Yeah. I can see Jeff Goldblum as one of the Drakari warlords. Yeah. All right. So if he's stuck in an arena, bit harder. He might have to have someone go and get him out. If he's just locked in the webway, I can't see much motivation. He's having too much fun. Otherwise, why is it taking this much time for him not to come out?
Like, it also depends on what they're doing. You know, it could be Yanari related if they wanted to progress some actual storylines.
Oh my god!
As to how he escapes.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Storylines moving forward.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh, look, I know, but you know, in their defense, the storylines didn't move for about 40 years. So.
Yeah, but it's we've talked about this. It's the tease that we're going to move them forward, like the Arcs of Omens, and then no.
Still waiting for the two brothers to actually communicate with each other. That'd be nice.
It's just,
And what about the psychic awakening?
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, the psychic awakening has happened, though.
yeah, that
And
one.
It's worn out and it's gone.
It's gone back to sleep. All right, Corvus.
He didn't. The fucking universe exploded. It happened.
I know, and it split, and it was all not good.
Yeah, but everything was fine after.
Yeah.
The universe's psychic split right at the seams. You can see everything now.
I can see my house from up here. Corvus, Corvex.
See, Corvus would be interesting, but I feel like they've painted themselves into a corner with his characterization there. In that he's implied to have basically turned into like a good guy demon Primarch who's all about murdering Erebus.
Yeah,
and
so
Lorgar.
he is MIA. Eye of Terror is the last time seen.
And he's been mentioned as being a hulking bird-like figure. So he like almost sounds like the descriptions of him sound like a Lord of Change, not like a Primarch. So yeah, he's assumed to be a mutated giant demon bird that's trying to murder word bearers.
That's a good pastime to have.
Yeah, so he'd be interesting to bring back because that's an interesting place to go from.
Yeah, so you come back and go on.
Yeah, and you have a lot of scope for word bearers and all of the associated stuff there too.
So would Lorgar have to come back first for?
I mean, if Lorgar comes back,
yes.
Corvus will rapidly show up afterwards.
Yeah.
But we don't want Lorgar back.
No. Yeah, screw that.
Lorgar.
Fucking Lorgar. We're all agreed on that one. So yeah, it could be interesting. So I think as you said, the storyline would have to be Lorgar would have to come back, or Corvex come back with Lorgar's head. Okay, yep, job's done. Next. Yeah, that could happen. All right, the dead guys. Ferris. Can we just put a line under that? Nah, he's not coming back.
No, I don't think so.
I still think the Legion of the Damned thing would be sick,
Oh,
and then
that
it would
would
give
be
us
awesome.
back Legion of the Damned.
Yeah.
It would be. It like I have one Carnifex left to paint. That would get me buying Space Marines models and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's Legion of the Damned, and I have been banging the drum for Legion of the Damned for a long, long time, and they're not coming back.
Yeah, it would be nice. It's such an
It would be
iconic.
so cool.
It's
so
so
good,
iconic
but
too. It was a weird decision to legendize them and just never.
Yeah.
I think it's just because they were one of those like half armies
Yeah.
where they weren't, you know.
They literally had like, what, one unit.
I mean, they had a handful
Yeah.
of models for units, but they didn't have any special things about them. They were really Imperial agents.
And from a models perspective, it was really more of an upgrade sprue for a tactical squad. Like,
Well, I
Just
mean,
tested how good you are with green
the
stuff
original
and
one,
paint.
they were just
Yeah.
pure models. They
Yeah.
weren't even an upgrade sprue.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just how you painted it.
but- Yeah.
Yeah, it would be good.
I mean,
But I think we all agree it's the only way Ferris could come back if he decides to bring back the Legion of the Dam and he leads that.
yeah, I think that would be absolutely sick. Because then he would have an excuse to have no head. He could have like a flaming skull head. It'd be
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
sick.
That's it.
yeah, Ghost Rider.
He'd show up looking
So,
like a Ghost
head-
Rider motherfucker.
Yeah,
It'd be
that's
great.
it.
Yeah, as I said, there's no downside here. I would
Apart
buy
from
that.
the movies. Yeah. It would be wonderful. Unlikely to happen because it would require more things
Yeah,
to happen.
there's far too many like really astronomical things required for that to happen.
Now, it's
Oh yeah, he's like right down the list. He's like the second bottom of the list there.
it's an announcement to
Yeah.
the Blood Angel players.
And,
We're about to
and
talk
Horus
about
is at the bottom.
Blood Angel players. We're about to talk about someone who has passed on and will not be returning. Please prepare yourself. Sanguinius! Is he coming back?
Yeah, he ain't. Boy ain't coming back.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, I know they want it, but I don't think so.
I mean,
People screaming for it, but
From a
nah.
story perspective, it
Nah.
would have great synergy with the Imperium Secundus because
He was
How
going
there
to
was
take
the
it
three
over.
of
Sanguinius
them,
come
and
back.
then the three of them.
How would Sanguinius come back when Big E couldn't?
How would the orcs get giant teleporting moons and show up at Terra and face fuck everybody effortlessly? Because the story writers decided it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And but there's also the point that orcs believe that could happen. And that
Yeah, so did
kinda makes
Sanguinius
it
also
happen.
believes
Yeah.
that he could happen. I mean, we've got all kinds of weirdo psychic shenanigans going on with the Blood Angels already. And it's been repeatedly hinted at them being like fundamentally psychic beings. So it's not inconceivable.
Are you suggesting a Blood Angel sort of war power type thing, potentially bringing Sanguinius
So,
back?
one of the
Yeah,
differences
Dante
between...
just gets turbo emo, and then he like splits down the middle, and Sanguinius comes out, and he's like,
Yeah.
So one of the differences between him and Ferris is they have the body. Where Ferris is headless.
I thought they lost the body.
Oh, I thought they have it in a container.
Do
Maybe
they?
it's in a container they lost because they didn't mark it properly on the front.
Because yeah, I vaguely remember him being in like a sarcophagus or something.
Yeah. Oh. It would be very unlike me to get law wrong.
I'm not putting anything in because I have no idea.
I did a quick search before I jumped on.
No, yeah, he is in a big. Allegedly, he is in a big golden sarcophagus deep within Baal.
Yeah, Warehouse 13 style. Yep.
But
So,
you know, being
Possibly
buried in a
eaten by
special,
Nids.
being buried in a special coffin doesn't stop you coming back to life. We established this already with the first Loyalist Primarch.
So,
Yes, but being eaten by Nids because Baal did get pretty hard.
hey, there is a Votan
There's-
character who got eaten 3 times, and he's back.
There is a very big difference between totally dead and only mostly dead.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. His left eye was still alive. Damn it.
So, weirdly as it is, there's a possibility, is what you're saying. If there's meant to be a part of him in the ether with the Emperor that have the body in a sarcophagus, there are a crapload of Blood Angel players screaming out for it. But why would they do it? He was meant to take over Secundus.
It's because in recent books, both Mephiston and Dante have kind of said that they think that the soul of Sanguinius still lives in the war. So who fucking knows what that could lead to?
What would bring it about, though? Because
I mean, they'll have a chat to the Yanari, and the Yanari will be like, no, what you need to do, right, is you get one really pretty guy, and then you cover him in flowers, and you let him go into the room with the tomb, and then he gets possessed by Sanguinius. Bam! Avatar!
Yeah, sounds fair.
Comes out, and he's got fucking weird blue things all over him.
Yeah, Sanguinius the Avatar. Yeah.
And he looks like Fabio.
No, he looks like a weird giant cat thing with a blue tail, and
With
I'm making
Fabio
an
hair.
Avatar joke.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Mm.
What they do with that tail is inappropriate.
It is very strange what they do with that tail. They do
Yes.
strange things with that tail, as Fulgrim once said.
Yes. Well, they're the loyalists. I think we covered all the loyalists. Yeah?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. But then we've got Lorgar. Presumably
Yeah,
hasn't been
we
hunted
do it.
down and killed yet. It would...
They could do it, but it would bring Korax back.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think,
Um,
out of the Chaos Boys,
Perturabo.
I reckon Perturabo is a more likely candidate than Lorgar, honestly.
He'd have to come out of his maze. That's the guy, right? He's got his maze with all his drawings and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, they've been making noise about how Perturabo is, like, getting his shit together now that he's become a proper Demon Primarch Undivided. You know, running around doing his, like, I'm a Sigma male because I didn't give in to any of the Chaos Gods, fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Perturabo. For him to come back, though, what would be the reason? I can't think of a story reason why he'd come back. Come out.
The reason he would come back would just be because he's like, alright boys, it's time, let's fuck their shit up. He would just come back because he's an angry nerd.
Yeah, he's worked out all his gadgets and stuff, and he's got his plans
Yeah,
in place.
he's
Aha,
done the
it's ready.
calculation, and now everything is exactly according to Kaikaku, and it's on.
Yeah, it's on like Donkey Kong. But will that happen? Unlikely. I can't see. We've already got 4 Demon Primarchs. I can't see a 5th one.
You gotta have
coming out.
Russ. You gotta have
So
Russ
what about-
before you get him, because he is gonna lead to Dawn.
Yeah, there is an
what
order.
about-
Yeah.
What about your wild card, Omegon?
I mean, did he ever go away?
Yeah.
He's always there.
He's always there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Omegon is the man at your back.
Well, and that's precisely why he could step out of the shadow.
Yeah. But you're right.
I mean,
Look-
look, many years ago, I pointed out that in the weird Deathwatch game, the role-playing game stuff they did, they kept talking about the vaults that the Deathwatch had that were called the Omegon vaults, that slowly were releasing over time, releasing these treasures that the Imperium would need in their greatest hour. And the final Omegon vault would open when the Imperium most desperately needed it. And I was like, man, if Omegon is like in the last vault and he's actually a loyalist, that would be hilarious as fuck. Because there was kind of this isn't he shenanigans with him owning weird Knights Errant suit of armor and all kinds of weird shit like that.
Yeah, because I mean, you've even had hints of good clone Fulgrim.
Hmm.
So yeah. I mean, you could go interesting places with Omegon.
Especially if
Yeah.
he came back and Cole was like, "Hey, I actually have Red a Legion for you already," and so he gets his Omega Legion instead of the Alpha Legion,
Yeah.
and becomes like a loyalist Primarch. That would be funny, and there's 0% chance. That
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you
Man,
could-
I should just do that. I should just make an Omega Legion,
Done.
and run them as loyalists.
That works. So we did mention Horus as well, only because someone's trying to clone him, but we don't really see Horus coming back, do we? I feel it would just destroy
Him being
40k.
completely obliterated is such a cornerstone of this setting,
Correct. It would just
you know.
yeah, it'd be like bringing Big E back.
And much
Yeah.
well, I mean, there's so many people in the setting trying to do that.
100%.
and some just.
And
not,
that's
yeah.
the whole. That's like the whole realization. Like that's the arc of the most recent series of books, The Dawn of Fire, is Gilliman kind of realizing, fuck, Dad's waking up. Like. So I mean, that farcical as it sounds, that is
Yeah.
kind of where the story is pointing now.
We're still
And I
gonna-
mean, the Big E did like say, that he would like see, either him or Horace, I can't remember which one it was, said like, "Oh, I'll see you later," or I'll see you on the other side, or some shit like that, before being obliterated from the universe by the knife of doom. So that was a weird thing for them to say, because I thought they both knew the knife was going to do that. So
Yeah.
it was weird.
Okay. I can't see Horus coming back mainly because of the setting would just
Side
it
note,
would be
that knife got recreated in the Dawn of Fire series. That knife has just been reassembled as an artifact.
yeah.
Maybe they break it open and fucking Horus comes out.
G'day! I've been here all along.
Who knows? Who knows what dumb shit? I've been stuck inside a knife for 10,000 years, and boy, are my arms tired.
Yeah, but I'm
You
feeling
know.
pretty sharp.
Yeah. Never a dull moment in that knife.
Bringing him back as a loyalist, he was cloned, and
Yeah.
That's it. It was all a setup.
and he never actually fell.
Fucking Logar. Yeah. All right. So they are all the contenders. Now.
I mean, I guess you could bring up the Conrad.
Yeah.
He's someone you could bring up, sitting right at the bottom of the order there, because he done be dead and he wanted to be dead,
Yep.
so he's not interested in coming back.
Yeah. He's dead. Yeah. It'd be an accident bringing him back.
I mean, if you wanted to be super interesting, you could bring back one of the lost Primarchs.
Well, that's
That
an
would be
interesting
sick.
story, isn't it? You've got the two lost ones. If they suddenly decide, yeah, we're back.
He would be pissed.
It would be interesting to see what happens there, and how would that be done? Like, were they scrapped, or were they banished, or were they destroyed?
I mean, the story implication is that one fell and one was lost.
Yeah.
So it kind of is. I feel like it kind of is assumed that one fucked up and one became corrupted.
Yeah. The other one got lost.
Well, like one was lost, as in they committed some horrible crime or did something bad, but weren't chaos infected.
Yeah.
They just philosophically disagreed with what was going on.
Yeah.
A common one that you see on the internet in Fanon is that they decided that fascism was bad, and so that's why they had to be disbanded.
Oh, I thought it was because they bought a comic.
The other notable thing was that the statues of all the traitor Primarchs are still there on Terra, but
Those
the
two are
lost legions have been erased.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, that's also because, like, you know, what happened in the Heresy was very specific.
Yeah.
You know, the Emperor wasn't around to direct them what to do, so they just were like, well, we can't touch this.
Yeah.
Can't do anything, because the Emperor and the Sigillite are both gone, so we just do nothing. So that's not necessarily indicative, because after the Heresy, they all became stupid.
So,
Yeah,
side note,
true.
do you think...
Both of the smart guys in the Imperium died.
Side note, do you think they will ever make the Lost 2 come back in some format?
I would be very surprised if they did.
I mean, originally it was sort of put in as so that you can roll your own Space Marine chapters and legions and things.
Interestingly, the designers have said they didn't even think that far ahead. They just thought it was interesting to have some of them not be there. Because originally, the Heresy was never supposed to be explained. It was supposed to be some bare-bones, mysterious, distant history that would never be explained.
Yeah.
So they kind of just threw tidbits in there.
Yeah,
so it wasn't even thought out, according to what I've read from the designers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. The thing is, though, that, I mean, it's like the whole Necronomicon thing. Best book never written, you know? Like, it's an interesting thread that your brain just will pull at.
We're not going to pull it out today. We're going to go back to who is the next Primarch, or Demon Primarch, to return to the tabletop. We've talked about the contenders. We've talked about what scenarios might be involved, or the likeliness of anything happening, and what impact it would have is probably a big one. We didn't touch on a couple of those things. So now, folks, including all the listeners, make sure you've got your guess down in chat. Someone thinks it's definitely the wolf. Oh, wolf time.
Oh.
All right, put your money in your mouth. Who's going to be?
Wolf.
Yeah, I think it's Russ.
Adam?
Just from a commercial standpoint, Russ would sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, while I agree, and I think it would be, but it'd be just, like with Fulgrim, they advertised Fulgrim before the Codex came out, so everyone knew that, Fulgrim was coming. There's rumors, but they've released the Codex, so to me, doing it would be, you want us to buy Noah, and there'd be a big, people will do it, but there'll be a lot of whingers on there saying, but we've just got a brand new Codex, and now you've got a brand new character in, so this Codex that I'm holding
Yeah,
is...
they wouldn't even do it until next edition, though.
Yeah.
So there would be the old codex would be potentially invalidated anyway, and they did it to the Dark Angels.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I recall the line coming out not long after we got our codex.
yeah, so I think it'd be Russ, but I'd like Dawn to come because the wall, and I just like Dawn.
Yeah, well, if it isn't Russ, my next guess would be Dawn.
Interesting.
Because we've had a lot of chaos Primarchs.
We got 4, and there's only 2 loyalists, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's your storytelling rule of 3s. We need a third one.
Yeah. I agree. It's
and-
probably more likely the wolf will be the next one. It is interesting. I did pick up that point that if Fulgrim came out before the Codex, Wolf Codex is now here, and nothing been mentioned about it. So it's an interesting timeline. Yeah, again, you're probably waiting till 11th edition, which is only 8 months away. Sorry,
Something like that.
10 months away.
Yeah, mid next year probably.
We have a date because remember the chapter approved cards last 12 months. They were released just over a month ago. They're not going to bring out another 12-month chapter approved cards and then wait for another year before 11th edition. That's the prediction. So when those came out, not that you can get the cards. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So I think it will be the wolf. I don't want it to be the wolf. I would like it to be Vulcan. I'm selfish that way. So piss off. But I think there's a storyline you can tie Vulcan into getting that. It's one of the more likely ones because he can't die. We find the artifacts, bring him in.
Well,
Wolf,
I mean,
for the wolf,
Wolf and Vulcan are both I think it's one of those two. I don't think the others are really contenders.
Yeah. Now
He could come in on the combat box on his ATV.
That's it. The wolf to return. If he said he's not going to return until the day of the wolf, which I'm taking as like their version of Ragnarok, the world's gone to shit.
Yeah, the wolf time when everything starts fucking exploding.
Yeah. That will have to have some pretty big implications to the story mode at the moment, which the story never moves forward. Well, slowly. So,
I mean, not to harp on about the fucking Dawn of Fire books, right? You know how I mentioned that in that most recent book, Ragnar, Logan Grimnar as being a giant cunt and just being a dickhead and angry and intransigent.
Yeah.
He's being angry and intransigent because he's like, no, the wolf time is definitely now. Russ is due back any day now. You can all fuck off. So he was just like, yeah, no, it's definitely now. He's definitely coming back. So the wolves have decided we are in the wolf time because look at the sky.
Yeah, look at the sky. Yeah, that gives it away. But if the world's in so much shit like that, does that mean the last Amagon vault will be open up in Amagon's?
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, yes. But I mean, it's also from like secondary sources. It's not a actual Games Workshop thing. It's like a Fantasy Flight game
Fair
thing.
enough.
So it's like, it's not canon. It's like secondary canon.
Yeah, sure. I feel it's probably the wolf. Apart from if it's not the wolf, I think it'd be Vulcan. You think it'd be Dawn. Mark, who do you reckon if it's not the wolf? I'm going to circle back to something.
I'm gonna go with Dawn.
Alright, how do I mute you?
I know it seems like the least interesting and the least sort of story-wise thing, but that would be what I would do if I was GW.
It just occurred to me that they could run the storyline with Dawn in that he comes back and he's just a conservative pain in the ass, right? Because Gilliman's whole shtick has been, why is everything so backwards and fucked up? Just keep progressing. Stop being weirdos. And then the Lion is doing a similar thing. And then if Dawn is come back and he's like, no, this has worked for 10,000 years. Chill the fuck out, guys. Like, that actually gives you some kind of storytelling
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
Brain just fell apart at the last minute there.
It's all good. So I'm going to go back to the how they come back. How would GW bring them back? Why do they come back? I've got this little asterisk here because we know they've had generally at the end of editions, they'll have Ark of the Omens, Psychic Awakening, and this sort of storyline like that. So theoretically, we might see that towards the end of 10th to bring in the 11th edition.
Yeah, so when they start announcing the shit's fucked-innings.
Yeah.
Or the
I'm
fortification of terror.
I'm gonna go with a warp manifestation near the Lion, and then some kind of fight occurs.
Okay. What?
I know. I think he's suggesting that the wolf opens up a portal next to the Lion, jumps out, and decides to beat his ass.
Because I mean, the Lion's kind of all over the shop at the moment in Imperium Nihilus. So, you know, he could be fighting some Chaos Boys somewhere, and then Rusk joins in.
But is that enough
And
for him
then
to come back? That's the thing. He only comes back in the Age of Ragnarok. So something's got to go to shit. If the Books of Dawn are saying...
Well, if you've
something
already
well, what is
attracted
that?
the attention of the Lion, it's already pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, shit's
Also-
clearly pretty fucked up.
Also, with Thousand Suns now heavily in 40k and all that, you know, they don't never see Russ and Russ and who is it? Magnus. You know, they
Best
never
of
really
friends?
saw eye to eye. Yeah, they were like absolute
Well-
blood brothers.
Well, wasn't like the upshot of the last big Thousand Suns shenanigans that they got their planet back and they brought it into the real world out of the warp?
Yeah.
So if they do some shenanigans trying to get Fenris and decide to go and get Fenris once and for all, then I figure at some point they're going to open a warp portal and the wrong big badass is going to come barreling out and start going Doomslayer on their ass.
Which
Like,
would be
I figure the way Russ comes back is a portal opens and he comes fucking screaming out of it, swinging his axe like a lunatic.
It comes back
Because
very
he's
calm.
probably already been chopping people's heads off before he got to Portal.
Yeah, he's just been like fucking ripping and tearing for the last 10,000 years through the warp, like a
Yeah,
crazy man.
maybe he cuts off the head of a bloodthirster or something, and then it deposits him back on Fenris or something at the right time, or
Clicks his heels 3 times.
yeah.
Yeah. It's got to
And
be...
if he does come back, somebody has to paint him with ruby slippers.
I feel that's more of a Dawn thing for some reason. I don't know. Alright, so we seem to be leaning on Dawn as... No, not Dawn. Russ is the main one to come back. Something dramatic has to happen for it to happen. Something has to happen. Yep, good. We won't see it till the next edition. I think we'll agree with that. I mean, the pace they're releasing stuff at the moment is breakneck. If they suddenly threw it... Oh, yeah, by the way, here's Liam and Russ. Wouldn't surprise me completely, but wow. It would be very impressive for it to be turned up so quickly. Do we expect it to have like an Arc Omen galaxy burning for him to come in? And how? What do you reckon the Kickstarter of that is? Do you think it's the Thousand Suns decide to go, you know what, we're going to try and turn our guys back from dust to people? Oh shit, we've turned everyone to dust, Thanos style. Or do
I
we
think
think?
it'd be more interesting for them all to be turned back into flesh, but be chaos spawn.
Do we see anything that's happening in the world at the moment, like Vashtor's crew suddenly actually doing something? Fabius Baal, actually bringing back a Horus and saying, "Oh shit, that's not right." Not the Horus, but a Horus. And that's why the world's gone to shit.
The Thousand Sons do have some plot threads to tug on, because during the Psychic Awakening, the Ynnari, what's her name, Yvraine?
Yeah.
She brought brought some rubrics back to flesh.
So.
And then the rubrics were like, what the fuck's going on? And then she killed them just to spite them. So it's entirely, you could have the Thousand Sons trying to be like, hey, what the fuck happened there? And basically doing a thing trying to get back into flesh forms and then take their maniacal revenge. Like there's a plot they could do related to that the wolf may decide he doesn't want happening.
Yeah. They'd have to go.
Maybe he's waiting for them to become flesh so he can show up and be like, all right, now you're going to feel it when I kill you.
Yeah, it's not much fun smashing dust. Come on. Yeah. The dust buster.
He doesn't like dust. It brings vacuum cleaners.
It sucks. Okay. What else? I forgot where I was going, so I'm going to let you drive now.
Well, you were saying, like, what kind of story events could we see that would cause that kind of galactic disruption?
I like that one.
Thousand Sons shenanigans.
Yeah.
Because, like, all of the storylines that have brought someone back like this, they've had, like, a major antagonist, you know? We had Vashtor. We had, like, the weird shit going on in the Psychic Awakening. So I reckon it'd probably be Wolves and Thousand Sons, because, the Thousand Sons and the Wolves did both just get some new models.
Yeah.
So...
Well, Thousand's got a new model.
Yeah. There's more than one of them.
You can buy more than one. That's true, yes. Yeah. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. What would have to happen for any of the others to turn up? To completely throw everything out. I can't see a story why Rogel Dawn will turn up. I can't see a galaxy-shaking event for Vulcan to turn up either. Oh, we found the stuff.
The thing is that I don't think Rogel Dawn would choose to show up. It'll be one of those things where he's been blasted.
Oh, just see a car pulling up outside the ER,
space,
thrown out.
He accidentally finally, after however many thousand years, hits the side of a freighter and is recovered because of that. And then, and then things happen. And potentially things happen because he came back, not something happened to make him come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like Dawn coming back feels like it's a natural reaction to Perturabo coming back.
Yeah, same.
Like I feel like that's such a gimme story-wise that they'd
Corvus
have to
is
do
the
that.
same if Lorgar turned up, and
if Lorgar comes back, Corvus is going to chase him.
Yeah, so which makes sense if it's the Thousand Sons already here and they do some wild shenanigans. The wolf is going to come back. That makes sense. Yeah. Any arguments?
Like maybe Perturabo is trying to collect Crazy Doom weapons, and he's like, what's a sick place to get Crazy Doom weapons? Trazyn the Infinite's vaults. And so he's stomping around in the fucking China shop like an idiot, and he knocks over the stasis chamber, and Rogel Dawn is like, oh, that was a long nap, and busts out and starts beating his ass.
Yeah.
Either that, or as I said, like, he hits the side of the freighter, news gets out, hey, Rogel Dawn came back, and then Perturabo's like, well, I'll fuck that guy up. And then comes in with his legion.
Yeah.
He's already done that story once.
Cool. All right.
Like there was a whole book written about a dark angel who got knocked off a ship during the heresy and floated through space for 10,000 years before hitting a planet and waking up.
Yeah.
Sounds legit.
Or you could, or they could just make the Blood Angels even cheer that someone was walking through the catacombs of where Sanguinius the thing they just heard.
I'm in the box. What's in the box? Yeah.
And then you'll hear all the Blood Angels players go, yeah.
I don't need to hear that. Sorry, Blood Angel players.
Now they go full Revenant Legion, man. Like just fucking what's the flesh terror? Gabriel Seth
Yeah.
rolls down to the sarcophagus and he eats him, and then that makes him
Black
sanguineous.
Rage.
Well, no, because
No,
before
just
they were the
bio.
Blood
Yeah.
Angels, they had like a special ceremony
Yeah.
where when the chapter master died, the second in command ate the chapter master's body, and their genetic heritage made that person's personality take over the body.
Sounds legit.
Yeah, the Revenant Legion were weird. Then
Yeah.
they became the Blood Angels, and they stopped doing that.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Yeah. Not great at
Someone
dinner
suggested
parties.
that's why Dante is so old, because he's not one guy.
Well, I mean, Sanguinius did always fear that the truth about the Blood Angels would get to Big E, and he'd be like
In
exterminatus.
trouble. You're in some trouble. All right, let's wrap it up. So we all agree Russ is probably the more likely to happen. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
We all expect it to be 11th edition, yes?
Yes.
I feel
It's got
yes.
that dog in it.
Maybe.
Oh, got a maybe. I think we won't see it till 11th. Let's see. Do we think it'll be like an arc like Psychic Awakening Omens that will have some devastating thing that forces him to come back?
Yeah,
For
could
the
do.
story, for a storyline, and to sell a couple of more books, yes.
I
feels
say it that way
appropriate.
because the Fulgrim, there was no big storyline for him to come back.
True, but they'd been
Yeah.
teasing him since 8th edition
Yeah.
in all of like the books and stuff.
So it doesn't
like, his
always
whole
need a
thing was-
big thing to happen, but for people who are in the warp, it makes sense to make a story behind it.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. We're going to wrap it up there, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a good chat in amongst yourselves to see who you think is going to be the next Primarch and why Vulcan will be the next one. Vulcan should be the next one. Come on, do it. That's our 2 episodes for this month. We caught up. 4 caught up. We will be going back to a monthly episode next month. You can have a say on what you'd like to talk about on the Discord channel. You can go into there and give us a suggestion. We like suggestions because we can't think for ourselves. We appreciate the help. That was good. I'm upset that it's going to be Russ, though. It's not good enough. No, not good enough. All right, we'll get out of here. Mark, say goodnight, please.
Bye, everybody.
Adam, say goodnight.
Not everyone.
I'll say goodnight, and thank you to all the new Kick watchers, viewers for joining us. That is now a new channel. You can see us. You can obviously see us on YouTube, and you can see us on Twitch. You can follow Pronto on his Instagram. Where?
I'll go 40k.
You can follow my on Red Belly Black on Instagram. And if you see the trailer, you'll see all the other links for all the other stuff. But until then, have a good night. Be good to each other. Radio Mike, take us away.
I was there, chat, 10,000 years ago when Dad went to the shops. But football's coming home. Or is it? He? Well, I still reckon it's going to be Russ. But that's all speculation. What do we know for sure is that you can join us next month for more Wobbly Player Syndrome.